So here we have the latest sneaker news this week, and there's quite a few sneakers to get through, and also the second half of this video will focus on the sneakers showcase, which was revealed on the 12th of December, and it sort of went through a lot of the Nike footwear that's coming out early 2025 and going into sort of spring summertime. And the first one up is the JJound New Balance 2002R Gore-Tex. So I reviewed a pair of these. I think it was the charcoal colorway that came out, and that one had like a suede material, but it was also Gore-Tex and sort of protective elements on it, and a nice pair of trainers, and good for the winter time as well. I think this one is pretty sort of standard stuff, and the leather quality looks quite nice on it, but being a JJound collab, this is just, again, like I said, very sort of simple looking. And what I will say about these particular pairs is they look a lot more bulkier than normal, and because of the Gore-Tex lining that's in there. And also on the 12th of February, got the Comme des Garçons Asics Gel Nuno Biki designs. These are, I suppose, okay in terms of the effort that's been put in. They're obviously multicolored and kind of sort of falls in line with what Comme des Garçons do, which is very sort of plain, simple sneakers, but with a little bit of their sort of spin on it. Personally, I'm not a fan of them, but someone else might be. And then also that's announced by Z Sneakerheads as well, and Sneaker Files. So it's on the 12th of July. We've got the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Low Moonwalker. So this is, I think, paying an homage to Michael Jackson. So a nice colorway, and not something that I would personally grab, but they do look pretty cool as well. But the purple on there is just a bit too much, but for the court, they're probably awesome. And also in fall 2025, got the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 1 Low OG Nitro. So the color scheming I'm not sure about, but it's supposed to be similar to the Friends and Family pair that was released a few years back, and that was kind of more of a black pair, so it's supposed to follow along those lines. So, but if it looks at anything like Smock Up, then I'm all for it. And usually I'm not a fan of too much of black sort of sneakers, but this one I like the contrast of these sail, sort of muslin type hits on it. And something which I'm really looking forward to in fall 2025 is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Chicago, and apparently it's going to have the bigger swoosh, so it might look like the 2015-2016 model. And I think for me it's a definite must-have, and I'll probably go as far as to say that I'd sell the lost and found pairs to basically get these instead, and because I prefer wearing lows, and I think the more older I get, the more I'm sort of more into wearing lows. It's just easier to wear, really. But I think, and I also don't like the fact that with the lost and found they got cracked leather on there, which is just quite sort of all over the upright, really. I'm just not a fan of cracked leather. And also in fall 2025, got the Travis Scott Fragment Design Air Jordan 1 Low. I think these have grown on me, and I do like the colorway. It's quite sort of simple, but I'm a sucker for sort of blue, white, and it's using the military blue theming. And I think these pink laces will go hard as well. But I imagine they'll be very limited, so I definitely won't be paying resale for them. But obviously, we'll try to cop for retail. We'll see how they are on the secondary market, but not like a complete must-have. But like I said, for retail, definitely. In holiday 2025, got the Air Jordan 5 Medium Soft Pink. I think this one might be a favourite for a lot of people. There is a lot of sneakers releasing next year, so I imagine this might get sort of pushed into the background. But again, a cool looking trainer, very much in line with the fire red colour blocking and with the 23 on the side. So I do really like them, and if they're anything like this mock-up, then they are pretty cool. And also in holiday 2025, this is more for the women, is the Air Jordan 11 Sail, and just a simple colourway and not too much difference. I think they've got 3 different Jordan 11s releasing during the fall winter season, so for me I think probably one too many, and they probably could have lost the Rare Air version of it, I guess, if they wanted to take one away. But there seems to be a theme with Rare Air next year, so with the bunch of different sneakers releasing, and maybe they're all sort of meant to be iconic for MJ. And also, which is a friends and family exclusive, I think it's limited to 100 pairs, is the Amamanier Converse Chuck Taylor, and this is the While You're Sleeping version apparently. And I like the fact that it's got the swoosh on the side, which is different to any other sort of Converse trainer, and obviously Nike own Converse. But it doesn't look out of place and it looks pretty cool. But just not a fan of Chuck Taylors nowadays. I used to have a pair as a kid, and I did have a pair a few years back, but just don't really like wearing them. I just think they're a bit too simple for me. And also in spring 2025, this is part of the sneakers showcase pack, and the rest of the sneakers are part of the sneakers showcase, or in and around the Nike trainers that are releasing. And the first one up in spring 2025 is the Air Superfly Black, and this is in the metallic silver colorway, and this one is not too bad. And then also in spring 2025, got the Air Max Muse metallic silver. So this one I think was supposed to have dropped this month, and maybe it's been pushed back till next year, early next year. But I think the more I've sort of looked at the silhouette, the more it's more for women, and looks very similar to the Air Max Portal. But again, if I could get a pair to review, then I'd like to get a pair to review just to see how they are. And also in spring 2025 for Valentine's Day, it's an Air Max one. And this one, again, it's more for the women, so it's not something for me, so I'm not really that interested in it. But by the looks of it, it's got sort of quite a lot of pattern leather on there. And something which I am looking forward to, it's supposed to be releasing in January, but I'm going to put spring 2025 for now, is the AirTech Challenge 2. And this is in the Racer Pink colorway. So the Hot Lava colorway was one that was sold out pretty instantly and had very good sort of quality leather on it apparently. So this one, again, I would like to sort of pick one up for retail, and this one does look very nice as well, the pink colorway. But then I was also surprised that they announced the stone blue version for summertime. So if I can't grab the the pink pair, then I'll definitely be interested in the stone blue pair, because I do like these, and my older brother had a pair of these back in the day as well. So very cool sneaker, and again, just one of those ones where if you're in your 40s, and you probably remember these particular trainers when you were younger. And also in spring 2025, we've got the Air Diamond Turf Atlanta. I didn't know about these trainers at the time. I think this is more of a US centric type of trainer, but I feel like when I saw them on the sneaker showcase, they do look really nice and really sort of funky and different. And also I like the fact that they're quite sort of simple in terms of their panels as well, and obviously the strap on top. I'm a sucker for anything with a strap on it, so but yeah, it's a cool sneaker. I'm not sure if I'll probably be grabbing it, because I tend to find basketball sneakers tend to be a bit heavier than other sneakers. And also in spring 2025, we've got the Zoom Air Paul Rodriguez one, and this is the only SB sneaker that was announced on Sneakers Showcase. But again, it's a 20th anniversary. It's got the little silver hits all over the sneaker on the Dubray, and then also on the lace loops on the tongue, and just a really nice pair, and definitely be interested in trying to grab a pair of these. And also in spring 2025, which is more us going towards summer, I think, is the ACG Rufus. This particular silhouette, I have reviewed a pair on my channel, and they're nice, but I feel they're a bit quite sort of heavy on foot, and then you have to, I think, also go down like a half size in these, because they do fit quite big. But this one, I think the colours are nice on these, and if they're kind of releasing more for the springtime, it's to not be for winter time, then I guess the denim material that's on there probably would work for that kind of situation. But yeah, there's other colorways that I think are much nicer. For this kind of footwear, you kind of prefer to just go like a black or a brown. Not to say these aren't nice, these are nice, but it's just, yeah, my preference would be just to keep it simple. And also in spring 2025, we've got the Nike Air Max DN8, and this is in the neon colour. I think it's taking the Air Max 95 vibes and using it for this one. I do expect it to release on Air Max Day, but I'm going to put spring 2025. And it's quite nice in terms of the silhouette. I don't think it's wowing me. I actually think maybe in some aspects the Air Max DN, the regular version that came out this year, looks better. But this one, it's okay. And then that brings me on to another one that's probably going to release on Air Max Day or in and around that in spring 2025, is the neon metallic silver version. This one, again, just not too much of a fan of the colorway. I want something a bit simpler. Again, I would like to sort of check these trainers out, for review really. But, I can't see myself owning them just by looking at them. But obviously I might change my mind when I see them in person. And also in spring 2025 is the Air Max 95 OG Neon. This is a must cop for me. I'm not the biggest Air Max 95 fan, and I've had a couple of pairs over the years, but I've sort of sold them on because I just didn't really like the way they look on feet. But with this one, I'll make the exception because it's an OG colorway, and you know I like having the OG Air Max silhouettes. So especially the older versions, and you know such as the 97, and also things like the Air Max 90, and obviously the Air Max 1. So yeah, definitely be trying to grab at least just one pair of these just to have and keep really. And then that brings me also on to the Air Max Plus Hyper Blue. I'm a big fan of Air Max Pluses, and I have, I think, probably 4 or 5 pairs now, and they're all OG colorways, and apart from one of them, which is the 35th anniversary version. This one I'd actually probably double up on because, again, I like the blue color on this, and the textures that they showed on the sneakers app on the upper looks really cool and really nice. And you know, from what was mentioned, it looks like it's gonna be very, very close to the OG model, so definitely up for these. And also in spring 2025 we've got the AquaTurf Pink, and this looks like the ACG Rufus that I showed earlier, and it's more of again a slip-on shoe. I think for me, you know, I'd probably like to sort of try this pair because I tend to have a pair of this type of footwear mainly to sort of go to the gym and that kind of stuff really, and you know, just for sort of casual stuff and just sort of slipping on from just sort of popping to the shops. But you know, I think this one could be a contender, you know, especially the black version, not so much the pink version. And also in summer 2025 we've got the Total 93 SP. So I think these already came out in different colours, and this one's got some more vibrant colours on it, and just not really a fan of this I suppose football trend. And I think this in 2025 we're going to see even more of an uptick of I suppose football trainers and football trends, which kind of started with the Samba but has now sort of moved on to other silhouettes, and I think Nike are trying to sort of cash in, but these particular trainers just doesn't really appeal to me. And also in summer 2025 we've got the Nike Gatto, and these particular pairs of trainers are, you know, look quite cool to me, and I'm looking to maybe get a pair to sort of see what they're like really. I know they're using an EVA midsole, so it should make them a lot more comfortable, and again they are based on soccer cleats or boots, and I think, you know, there's other colorways that are a bit more simpler than, you know, these blingy colorways. They're kind of not doing it for me. And something in summer 2025 we're going to have the Air Max Craze Bright Citrus. This, you know, has aged really, really well in my opinion, similar to the Air Max Sunders. My only issue is I've been wearing my Air Max Sunders and they've mangled my feet and I've got like a long-term wear test video coming out in the next week or so, or 2 weeks, and with this particular pair I think my only issue is, from what they revealed on the sneakers showcase, it's made for women, so and or has been made by the women's department within Nike, development department within Nike, and it's a bit of a shame really, because the Air Max Thunder, I really, really love that trainer, but it's just something that I just have you know, so much pain on my upper foot that I just can't wear them. And even now that I tried it with wearing it without you know, zipping it up, and it's still kind of giving me pain. So yeah, this one I'll probably have to skip out on, but I do really like the look of the model. I think it's just really cool, and again, it's got that weird sort of futuristic look to it, and not for everyone, I kind of know that, but I kind of like trainers that look a bit different and look a bit out there, and this is one of them. And I think, you know, being in the market now in 2025, you know, coming up to 2025, I think this is like a perfect sneaker for, you know, in terms of its being aging sort of very well in my opinion. So yeah, definitely sort of looking forward to these.